you, Bashar?
And to you, good day.
So excited to be here right now.
Oh, all right. So excited you are there.
All right. I am very excited about playing music. I'm a musician.
Yes.
And I'm very excited by the idea of creating kind of like a gateway or portals to higher consciousness.
All right. Well,
through music.
What's stopping you?
Nothing necessarily.
Oh, all right. So what you're saying is you are doing that.
Yes.
Yes.
And I want to do it more.
Well, what's stopping you?
Doing it more, I guess.
You mean not doing it more is stopping you? Doing it more wouldn't stop you from doing it more, obviously.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you're saying you're not doing it as much as you would prefer to?
Yes.
Because what's stopping you?
Nothing's stopping me, actually. I'm doing it. I just want to do it. I'm wondering, my question is, if you have something that would help me do it more powerfully.
Yes. Oh, you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Do you believe you can do it more powerfully?
Yes.
Then what do I need to say?
I don't know. I was just thinking, like, maybe in your interstellar travels you'd encountered...
Are you telling me that you've come to us knowing everything you need to do, but you've decided to ask us in case you're missing something?
I don't know everything that I need to do.
You don't?
Well, I know the big chunk.
Isn't that enough?
I guess. I mean, it's enough. I'm still curious, though. I want to know what you think.
Oh, you're under the impression that you're missing something.
Maybe.
What about the idea that you're missing nothing? Is it possible for you to actually believe that? Maybe what you're missing is the ability to believe that you're not missing anything. How's that?
Touche. I like it.
We know that many people on your planet worry a lot that they're missing something, and in fact, the only thing they're missing is that they're worrying that they're missing something. So stop missing that.
Okay.
Pay attention to the fact that all you're doing is worrying you're missing something when in fact you may not be.
Okay.
How about this? Since you know, we assume, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt, that you know that excitement is a complete kit and leaves nothing relevant out, right?
Right.
So that if in fact you just move forward in your life and there was actually something you needed that you were missing, wouldn't it actually tell you what that was?
Yes.
Then that means you're missing nothing if you know that.
No.
Because even if you're missing something, it will tell you what you're missing, and then that means you're not missing anything.
Okay.
Because you will have it when you need it. Even if you don't have it now, maybe you don't need it now. But when you become the person more and more that you prefer to be, you will have everything you need, everything that's relevant for you, exactly, precisely, perfectly, when you need it. What more do you need than getting something exactly when you need it? Why would you need it before you need it? Why would you get it after you need it? If you understand how the mechanism works, you will know that you will get everything you need exactly when you need it. And therefore, in a sense, even though you may not have it now, you will have it when you need it, which means you have everything you need.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Was that music to your ears?
Yes, and maybe I need some more information regarding something slightly related.
Like what?
Wondering if you've said that if you imagine something, it's real
somewhere, somehow.
Okay.
In its own context, in its own terms. That doesn't mean it's real in your physical reality experience.
Right. So I've imagined either it could be a parallel Earth or some other planet where music is essentially like the central ideas that the society is based around.
Well, there's actually several civilizations we're aware of that function in that way. Yes.
And I was wondering if you could give us some stories or explain.
Certainly. There is a civilization we're aware of where, well, I'm going to describe the beings. It's going to probably sound a little bit odd to you, but don't take it quite too literally because we're just creating an analogy that you can understand. Yes? Mm-hmm. All right. So imagine, if you will, a kind of a drum. Yes?
Yes.
Now imagine that the drum has 8 legs and it can move around. And when it needs to communicate, it goes thump, 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 thumpity thump, 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 thump. But these thumps resonate with an amazing amount of resonance, harmonics, different chords. You understand? Mm-hmm. And all of the beings communicate this way, and the idea of resonance is a fundamental part of who and what they are. Everything is expressed that way in this amazing symphony of these kinds of instruments they have within their body biologically that allow for the creation of all sorts of amazing complex patterns and harmonics to happen in percussive ways. It's an amazing civilization to visit. And it's amazing just to stand on their world and be immersed in the vibrations of all that resonance. It does things to you.
So music is just everything, everywhere there. That's
all they understand are variations of resonance, variations of tone, both what you would call on larger scales and on more subtle scales. And like us, in a sense, what might seem a simple note to you, to us actually sounds like multiple harmonics. To them, it's 10 times that, 20 times that. They can hear things in the simplest note that you would only think is a single note, that to them might be an entire symphony. It's really quite immersive. The thing is that when you stand among them, they actually have the ability to impart a little bit of that to you because they are somewhat telepathic. Therefore, their vibrations go, in a sense, right through you and entrain you a little bit to go along with those vibrations. And after a while, you actually begin to understand their language. But understanding their language is not just language in the way that you use it. It's music in the same way that listening to a symphony might transport you in your imagination to various realities and various experiences. It's more like that rather than some of the simple concepts that words might attempt to convey. It's much more of a holistic, full-bodied experience to listen to their language, to be immersed in their language. They're actually, in a sense, telling stories as they talk. It's just built into what they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Did you visit that place as Bashar, or did you have other incarnations? Or?
Yes, I visited it as myself.
Uh-huh.
I do have, or have had, in your terms, an incarnation there because the idea is they were one of my first contact experiences. Huh. And in all of our first contact experiences, we always choose out of an incarnational experience in the society, so we will have something to draw upon so that we understand the society more deeply. Otherwise, we'd be too alien to each other. So having an incarnational experience in their society gave me some understanding of the basics of their society, but I've also been there as myself, yes.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes. One more question.
Yes.
Do you have the ability to scan me?
I'm always scanning.
Okay. Can you tell me how many negative beliefs I have?
Talk about opening yourself up. 5,487 and a half. Now, do you believe me?
That's less than I thought I had, so thank you.
Then I guess you must be doing pretty good.
I guess I'm doing pretty good, yeah.
Do you believe me?
No.
Thank you. Then that's one less negative belief.
All right. Thank you very much, Bashar.
Thank you.
What's up, my friend?
Andrew, you good day.
I have been experiencing a large amount of kriyas, involuntary body movements.
Yes.
From my understanding, Kundalini Sati. Like
Yes. Well, as you expand your consciousness, you raise your frequency, you make yourself a better antenna for higher frequency energies, in a sense, to pass through. You become a conduit for that. But it's even more important, the more sensitive you become to higher frequency energies and become a better conduit for those higher energies, the more important it is to actually express those energies in physical terms through different actions that are representative of your passion, so that it gets grounded into your physical reality, so that it just passes through you and doesn't necessarily stay within you and cause all sorts of bodily movements that you don't necessarily need.
Okay, thank you. Would you suggest putting these guys anything to do? Like anything to do other than follow my excitement with this shit that's flowing through me?
So you're asking me if there's anything outside the instruction manual we've already given you and told you there was nothing outside the instruction manual.
Okay, cool.
Does that help?
Yeah.
All right.
Part of it is, as I understand, Kundalini Sati, dissolving my ego, returning to oneness.
Well, no, you can't return to oneness and have any experience. And it's not dissolving the ego, it's allowing the ego to become transparent enough to simply do the job it was designed to do and not take on any other tasks that it's not designed to handle. The ego is simply designed to focus you to have an experience of physical reality. It's part of the idea of the manifestation space we described at the beginning of this transmission. It's the part that tells you, this is real, this is real, this is real, this is real. Have an experience, have an experience, have an experience, have an experience. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's all the ego is for. But when the ego is taught to believe that it has to control everything, handle everything, then it becomes the negative ego. Then it tries to take control. Then it tries to tell you what it thinks you need to do. That's not what the ego is designed to do. So it's not about dissolving the ego. It's about making it transparent and just letting it do the job it was designed to do, so you can have a physical experience in a clear and balanced way. That's all.
At times when these negative beliefs are, when my ego becomes more transparent, these things are leaving now, and it's very painful. On the floor in the fetal position, crying. Is there a way to process this pain?
Well, yes.
More efficiently?
Well, yes. Again, you can understand that pain is resistance to the natural self. So the more you don't resist the natural self, the faster it will go through you, the faster you will experience it that way, and the sooner you will not need to experience it that way.
Okay, thank you.
But again, do the things that you need to do. Take the actions in physical reality you need to take that are reflective of your passion, so that you are funneling the energy through you in a more accelerated way.
So having a flexible plan,
Yes.
my prior highest excitement before it was brought to my attention, this energy was in me, was pursuing shamanism. I'm slated to go back to Peru in September.
All right.
I've heard it is dangerous to mix ayahuasca or other plant medicines with this active energy in my system.
It depends. Depends on your belief system. But again, you can also trust that if you are in that balanced state with yourself, and if you are acting on your passion, the organizing principle of synchronicity will show you, by creating opportunities or not creating opportunities, what it is you actually need and don't need to do at that moment. So in that sense, it will guide you, and it will make sure that you're not necessarily doing, if you pay attention to that intuition, it will make sure you're not doing what wouldn't necessarily be to your benefit at that moment. Yes?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
That was a question?
All right, can I ask one? Get to ask a question. Could you tell me about soul agreements? I was thinking before you talked about past lives not simultaneously or in a linear framework, that I really fucked her over in a past life, and which is why she causes me so much pain now.
No. The idea is you're making connections from the present that are the connections you believe were necessary to make in order to draw upon information and experience that help you with the theme that you chose to explore in this life. So it's not from another life. You're making those connections to explore the theme you chose for this life. If you don't believe you necessarily need to make those connections anymore, you can change the connections. Please, all of you, remember, the idea of the so-called past lives, not only is it really just an illusion that it happens that way, but it's also not a static thing. Many people, when they talk about the idea of, oh, well, do I have this past life or that past life, they think that never changes. It's a dynamically changing thing as you change. So one moment you may have a connection to one other simultaneous incarnation, and 5 minutes later you may be such a different person that you don't need that connection anymore, and you're making connections to other people and other simultaneous incarnations. It's a dynamically changing thing.
Cool, thank you. Last question about rectifying, like you say, life is inherently meaningless.
Not in the negative way. We simply mean it's a blank slate. You give it meaning, and that's what determines the effect you get. You are offered the free will to make those choices and have the experiences you prefer.
It feels that higher forces are guiding me towards my life's purpose being spiritual evolution. So I was just wondering what trumps what.
There is a general current, if you want to call it that, a magnetic pull toward the positive side, because you could sort of say, just as an illustration, that existence is 51% positive and 49% negative, because the balance point in the center, the neutral point, still offers you the opportunity to choose what you prefer, whereas negativity attempts, in a sense, to disguise that option. So, in a sense, if you even just dropped into the flow, relaxed into the general current of existence, you would eventually gravitate, feel the pull toward the positive side.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
When I dissolve into oneness, can we hang out?
You do not dissolve into oneness, ever. You are always a perspective, you're always a point of view. You exist, you always exist. And the idea that you're calling dissolving into oneness is simply suddenly experiencing yourself as all that is. You don't lose your perspective is all that's left. You become everything. You don't lose yourself in everything, you are everything. That's the difference, because you can never lose your perspective, because you can never not exist in some form.
Thank you, buddy.
Today, and this was my highest excitement to be here.
We thank you.
So, I thank you. I put my name in the box, not so much with the question, but just wanting to have the chance to vocalize to you how deep my love is for you.
We thank you.
And
Our
it-
unconditional love to you as well.
Thank you. You're in my heart always, and I appreciate your service so much.
All of you are always in ours. Remember, please remember, we never leave you. You leave us.
I feel that. Thank you. And so, since synchronistically my name was in the box, and I
Yes.
got a chance to do that, I wanted to ask you for a reflection to me of perhaps my next step in knowing more of myself.
What excites you?
This right now.
Yes, and then after this is done, what will excite you? Do you have some form of creative expression?
Very minimal.
What does that mean?
That means I feel I have a lot more.
Is there a dream that you are not allowing yourself to live?
I'm sure that's true.
Are you
but
sure? How do you know? If you don't know what it is, how do you know you have such a dream?
Because I believe in the idea
Yes.
that you say that we are all these infinitely important points of
Yes.
creation, and
Yes.
that we
So
are,
what dream do you prefer to be? Let me put it another way. What story would you like to tell yourself instead of the one you've been telling yourself?
I would like to tell myself that I have a wonderful gift to offer to people that will help them
And what would
in their
that be?
physical expression.
What would that be? Come on, use your imagination. I know you have one. Come on.
It could be art.
It could be art?
It,
How do you know? What makes you say that? What makes you choose that? What do you
because
see when you say that? What's the image that pops into your mind?
I've been told that.
And no image comes with it.
Sometimes images come.
And since I asked, what image? Would you like to volunteer one? Or am I going to have to pull more teeth out of your head?
I see a lot of different things.
Such as?
I see painting. I see.
All right. With what?
With oils.
All
with
right. Why
watercolors.
oils? Why watercolors?
I love the quality of light.
Have you
that-
started painting?
No.
Why not? Why not? Why
It's such
not?
a good question, Bashar.
Oh, thank you. Do you have a good answer then?
I wish I did.
You do have a good answer. You're just not willing to believe it. What's the answer you won't allow yourself to believe? I'll make you a deal.
All right.
Right here for 3 minutes only, you can say anything you want about this idea, this dream, this image, what it is you would really prefer to believe, and I won't hold you to it. You can crawl back into your shell if you want to, forgetting you ever mentioned it. I'll let you get away with it once.
Thank you.
So right now you have a free ride. Go ahead.
I would love to make pictures that are an expression of light that when people look at,
Yes.
they are moved on, they feel emotion.
And you're feeling it now yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
Doesn't that tell you that it's true for you?
Yes, but
Yes, but?
I,
Do you know what those tears are?
no.
Tears of release. You have hit upon a chord. You've struck a chord of your true vibration. And in the tears you are now shedding, you're letting go of the chemical constituents of negative beliefs in your body that are out of alignment with your dream.
That's fantastic. I just want to let it all go.
Then please do. Please do.
Thank you, everybody.
Now, when you talk about the idea of these reflective pictures, what do you see?
I see abstract symbols, I see color, I see reflected light
All right.
coming through.
Will you do us a favor?
Yes.
I won't hold you to it. All right?
Yes.
All right. Will you simply take action on this physically? Get the paint, get the surface you want to paint on, get the utensils, and paint. Will you do this? You don't
Yes.
have to.
Yes, I will.
I am asking as a favor.
For you, Bashar.
No,
and
for
for
you.
myself.
For you.
Yes,
Will you?
I will.
Then please remember who you are actually speaking to right now. For we are always overjoyed to function as a permission slip mask through which your own higher mind can talk to you.
Yes.
You are speaking to your own higher mind. Please do us a favor. Us a favor. The physical mind and the higher mind, so that you can be a whole person. Because without the balance of the physical and the higher mind, you are only half-witted.
Thank you, Bashar.
Does this help?
Yes. Yes, it's scary, but
That's all right. Again, please remember, whatever it is you fear is only because of your definition of your relationship to that circumstance. There is never actually anything empirically in the situation that is fear-inducing. It is only your definition of your relationship to the situation that causes the fear. There's nothing about the situation itself that generates the fear. Fear does not exist in situations. It only exists in your definitions. Do you understand?
Understood. Yes, thank you.
So, paint that. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, thank you. And just since there's been so much talk about dolphins
Yes.
and whales, I'm going to be privileged to be swimming with the spinner dolphins
right.
on Kona in 2 weeks.
Then allow yourself to be inspired. Yes?
will be.
They can teach you a lot about art. May not be exactly the expression you will use, but they can teach you a lot about art. Yes?
Thank you so much, Bashar.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hello, Tadeo.
Nania, good day.
Good day. In keeping with the conversation about cetaceans,
Yes.
the groups that have participated in the cetacean transformation workshop, many of them came up with the same questions, so we'd like to take this opportunity to ask you this question.
All right.
And that has to do with the false killer whales.
Yes.
The first time 100 of them showed up and interacted with us,
Yes.
it was extremely startling since it's very rare for them to be around.
All right,
and
if you say so.
particularly to interact with
Yes.
other people.
Yes.
And then when they came the second time, it was abundantly clear that this was not a normal thing.
It is
that
not
was
an
happening.
accident.
Right.
Yes.
So
What are they telling you? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, and the significance
What's
of
the reflective symbol?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you a different question first. What's the symbol to you of a killer whale?
That it kills people.
All right.
Well, you're
That
talking
can
about,
be a fear-based reflection,
Are
yes?
you talking about like the samurai of the
The
sea?
samurai of the sea.
The top predator, the
Walking that thin razor's edge, yes, and can be representative to many people of the idea of great power, and they might fear that. The false killer whale shows you that your assumption about that is false. And the idea is that your fear is not a true representation of your true being, your true vibration. It's false. It's not who you are. It may look scary, things in your life may look very scary, they're not, that's false. It's only because of your definitions that they look scary. The things themselves are not. So the false killer whales are saying all that you fear, all the symbolism wrapped up in the idea of the killer whale, in that sense, with respect to a reflection for your fears in life, is false. Don't buy into it. It's not who you really are.
It's so amazing because when you come up with these responses,
Yes.
it's
Obvious.
It's so obvious.
That's why we call it the science of the obvious, or to put it in Earth terms, duh.
So that's so exciting because there was quite a bit of pondering going on about
Yes.
what this was about. And
Again, when you understand the nature of the structure of existence and can learn to see the structure clearly, all the misconceptions and mythologies will fall away and you will be left with the bare bones understanding of what the mechanism is reflecting to you.
well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for that bit of enlightenment.
Yes.
And we've talked in the past of...
Do you mean we've talked in an alternate now?
Right, of course.
All right.
Yeah. Of two distinct ways, and I'm sure there are more, of enabling extracorporeal consciousness to manifest visually into our visual sphere.
Yes.
One with liquid crystal, and one through a video feedback loop. And
We have talked about also the idea of the Psychomanteum.
I'm not sure that I've heard you talk about
You
that.
can create a room, dimly lit, preferably by a candle, with a mirror in the room, reflecting only a blank wall lit by the candle, not your own reflection. By meditating in that room with your eyes open on the mirror, reflecting the blank wall lit by the dim candle, eventually you may adjust to the frequency that will allow you to perceive when non-corporeal beings are actually, in a sense, pushing themselves a little bit into your reality, and you may become able to perceive them a little bit more strongly without them having to push themselves all the way in. The Psychomanteum was designed to do this.
Does that make redundant the maybe the more complex, system of having a video feedback loop?
It doesn't make it redundant, it simply makes it different.
Okay.
Again, it depends on your preference. It depends on what works for you as a permission slip. I am simply saying that's another methodology, another permission slip that exists, along with crystal gazing, along with scrying, and all of these kinds of things, along with tarot reading. All these kinds of things are all permission slips that allow you to open up the sensitivity you innately have to perceiving things you didn't heretofore perceive.
Okay. This feels to me to be different ways of inviting fourth density to actually come into third density, or for the two to
In a sense.
to link together.
But it's really actually more the idea you're talking about of fifth density coming into fourth, and sometimes into third.
Okay, so that's sort of jumping a level to your level?
The idea of fifth density reality is non-corporeal, totally.
Okay.
But fourth density is still a high level of quasi-physical reality expression.
Right, so it's jumping up two levels at once, in a sense?
You mean jumping down?
Well, bringing down maybe
All right.
fifth and fourth density into the third, or expanding us up to fourth and fifth?
But again, the idea is that what's actually happening when you perceive those things is you've set yourself up in a way that is actually allowing you to expand into fourth and perceive into fifth. It's not that they're really necessarily coming down as much as you think. It's that they're enticing you to come up.
Okay, right. Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah, I feel that. So with that in mind,
Yes.
and with the video feedback loop in mind,
Yes.
did you, when you communicated that to me, was that specifically a cathode ray tube, or could it be an LCD or?
It can be whatever you wish that works for you.
So it could be a plasma.
Your technology is changing. Again, whatever it is that services the idea for you in your imagination is what will work for you. You can
Right.
even use liquid crystal windows.
Well, that was my next question, was the liquid crystal. So with that in mind, could you confirm that you had mentioned a wave band envelope around 333,000?
333,000 cycles per second is the threshold between physical and non-physical reality, yes.
And then what kind of a range either side of that would a sort of typical range of signature frequencies to be of extracorporeal entities?
Not much more than 20,000 to 25,000 cycles on either side.
On either side, okay. And can I assume that I could just as easily be an extracorporeal entity that could manifest into that screen just as much as somebody who's-
Another aspect of you that is already non-corporeal could, yes. Because you all exist on all levels simultaneously. So there are already non-corporeal aspects of your being in existence in those realms, yes.
So with that in mind, I mean, could you actually identify my signature frequency and my wife's maybe?
Nope.
No, okay.
No spilling the beans.
Okay.
Do your research, go on your journey, and remember the journey is the destination. Don't strive for a goal, just explore and see what happens.
Right.
You can have the goal as a carrot, but don't insist on where you think it's taking you. Otherwise, you will actually limit the ways in which something could actually manifest.
Okay. And seeing that frequency, well, is frequency and voltage is amplitude, can you give me a range of amplitude?
No. Do your research.
Okay. Okay.
We're not doing your homework for you.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you could just quick stop this, you know. So related
We've given you all the information you need to get the experience you need to get. The rest is up to you.
Okay, thank you for that. And another thing I'm very excited to help happen is to manifest living organic fractals growing in some medium. And would liquid crystal be a good
Yes.
similar
Yes.
similar frequency ranges?
Yes.
Okay. And there was something else related to that. So is there any other way that I can bring into, you know, the visual sphere that may be a little easier than that, living, growing fractals instead of...
You have been given the information that is appropriate at this moment.
Okay. Well, similar and related, last question. Seeing that we're all just one particle, etc., and seeing that the body seems to have a sort of finite lifespan,
In a sense.
what might be useful to other people as well is there anything that you can, is there a way that you can encourage us as to how to regenerate the body, including, for instance, growing a new set of teeth?
Again, there are many ways, but living in the moment is the first and foremost way, because when you live in the moment, you don't create as much time. When you live in the moment, you attract the information you need that is actually truly relevant for you. If it doesn't come by living in the moment, it isn't relevant.
Right. And that's
Do you
all
understand?
Yeah, that's all we need.
That's it.
Yeah.
Too
Great.
simple?
No, that's wonderfully simple.
All right.
Thank
Keep
you,
it
Bashar.
simple.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Bashar.
And you good day.
Oops. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Fun with Earth technology.
Fun with Earth technology, yes. And I've had so much fun with your material. I've only found out about you a couple of months ago.
I only just found out about you. What a coincidence.
And those 2 months have been, oh my God, what a ride. Fantastic.
All right.
And so I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask. I'll be
A
decent.
bunch.
I won't take too long, but I have a bunch that I would like to ask. And
We will answer what we believe is appropriate.
Excellent. Thank you. Wouldn't expect less. Okay, so my highest joy is I'm exploring consciousness.
All
I
right.
love to explore levels of consciousness
Yes.
and how to create reality, the reality that I prefer.
Yes.
And with that in mind, I have a
Yes.
few questions.
Yes.
I've heard you say that whenever you move your arm, let's say from point A to point B, there's
Yes.
like billions upon billions of realities.
Yes.
And each one is a snapshot
Yes.
of reality that it's in itself like motionless.
Yes.
Okay,
No
so-
experience in it, a frozen snapshot. It's a series of parallel realities that you actually go through to experience what you consider to be a parallel reality.
Okay.
Because it's like frames on a film strip. Any single frame has no experience, no movement whatsoever. You have to project it on the screen to create a series of movements that then give you the illusion of movement, time, space, and change.
Excellent. So with that in mind, what do we call this that we're experiencing now? So if this is a billion realities,
Yes.
so
It's this particular parallel series of Earth.
so does that mean that this reality is not a frozen snapshot, meaning it's like I'm not like this in one?
What I'm saying
like
is
that in
your
another?
experience that you call this reality is a series of frozen snapshots that you have created a continuity with. Thus, then you choose what the next frame is based on that concept of continuity to make it seem as if it's the same reality when it's not.
Okay.
Look again at the idea of frames on a film strip. You could actually re-edit that film strip in any order you wish, couldn't you?
Yes.
Well, you can reorder it and still say, well, here's a new continuity. I'm looking at this reality now. You can put the frames in another order and say, well, that's a new continuity. Now that's that reality. Of course, again, we're meaning it's a series of parallel realities, but the series is what you consider to be a whole reality experience.
Okay.
The word experience implying a series of snapshots.
Okay. I guess the hang up that I have is that if it's a snapshot, it has no motion, no movement. It's just
Correct. That's why your consciousness has to shift from snapshot to snapshot, from parallel reality to parallel reality, in exactly the same way the projector light has to shift from frame to frame to frame to frame in order to project the illusion of movement on the screen.
Okay.
Make sense?
So if I wish to move to a better or a reality that I prefer, then it's
all you
shifting
need to
into
be
another
is the
movie, basically.
vibration that represents that reality, and that's the direction you will shift in. The idea, again, is that you are shifting all the time. It's just that you're shifting so smoothly you don't really notice it. If you create a greater degree of difference between one frame and the next, you will start to notice that you're shifting all the time.
Okay.
It's
And-
just that you don't really notice because the increments are so small. One parallel reality can differ from another parallel reality by one atom. It's still a completely different reality. You understand?
Got it.
So you can make it seem as if you're changing slowly, or you can make it seem as if you're changing rapidly. You're always changing and always shifting at the same rate. It's just that the degree of difference between the frames is what determines your experience of slow or fast change.
Okay. And I've actually experienced that in just these
Yes.
last 2 months. I've experienced that change. Like I said, whoa, this is what I wanted. It's a complete different shift. I mean, I feel
Yes.
different. It's a different,
Yes.
I'm a different person.
Yes.
But I kind of like wanted to get like the actual conscious awareness of it so I can explain it
Well,
to
you will
others.
get that more and more. Again, that sensation, that visceral sensation of being able to perceive the shift will, to some degree, come as one of the symptoms of the expansion of your consciousness, because in a sense you're like seeing behind the scenery. You're seeing that physical reality is an illusion. It will start in some circumstances to be much more malleable, much more flexible, and seem much less real to you when it is necessary to do so. Other times it will seem very solid because you need to play that thing out.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't seem solid, there's nothing for you to experience. So you'll shift between those states to give yourself the experiences that you need that will then add to your ability to realize that you are creating that experience and it truly is an illusion or a projection of your consciousness.
Okay. Makes so much sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and with that in mind, let's talk about the levels of consciousness.
Yes.
And like, for example, you spoke about the physical mind, the higher self, the soul,
The higher
oversoul,
mind,
the higher
yes.
mind, all that stuff.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so
We
at
have
this-
given and delivered information called the 9 levels of consciousness that explains this relationship quite clearly.
and I love it. I think you've heard it a million times, but I want to ask you.
Yes.
So this person who's speaking to you right now, the consciousness that's speaking through my body right now, is
Yes.
that my higher self? Is that my physical mind? What is it?
It's all. It's all of it. It's coordinating in that sense. What it needs to be, what relationship, what harmonics it is creating between itself to create this idea you call the personality. All of it's involved. It's
Okay.
always all involved. It's just that you don't always necessarily act like you know it's always all involved. In other words, as we often say, you think you only use 10% of your brain, when in fact you're using 100% to make it seem like you're only using 10. But 100% of it is there.
Okay. So when I'm having a conversation with myself,
Yes.
sometimes I interpret it as being like it's my ego that is fearful of something, and then
Yes.
my higher self is saying, no, it's going to be fine. So I
Yes.
start having the ego negotiations,
Exactly.
talking and all that.
You can do
So-
it that way, yes.
Okay. So how can I be more conscious of those higher
By
mind
understanding clearly the different roles they each play, all the levels play, which is what we explained in the 9 levels of consciousness. By giving each level a clear definition of what its job description is, then you have more clarity on how to allow them to work together more harmoniously and more consciously from the physical mind's point of view.
So from the perspective that I have right now as a physical person,
Yes.
I kind of like negotiate with the higher mind and negotiate with the soul and the body.
Well, you really have to negotiate with the physical mind more than the higher mind. It's the physical mind, in a sense, that needs a little bit of coddling, because you have created the physical mind to seem so important in your history and given it so much on its shoulders that it thinks it needs to do to control your physical reality that it's very, very tired and very resentful, and that's where the negative ego comes from. The negative ego comes from a physical mind that is given more than its job description to do. And it begins to tire out and resent what you've heaped upon it. So the idea is to simply let it know through the negotiation that it doesn't have to bear the burden of what it's not its job to do. And that you will bring it along and simply allow it to do its job, which is to simply focus you in physical reality and to experience what it is that's happening. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. It's the mask you use when you go deep sea diving so that you can see clearly in the reality you're diving in. That's all the ego is. That's its only function, is to give you clarity of experience called physical reality within your consciousness. But that's its only job, is to experience what's happening, not to know how something's going to happen. That's for the person standing up on the boat, looking at the horizon. calling down to the diver going, there's something there, go left, go right. And then you will have a clear experience of what that is as you go left or right according to what the higher mind has guided you to do. But that's how they work together in concert.
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. And if you could apply that to a specific example.
Yes.
And I was thinking about this because I've made a lot of changes with my body. I'm a lot healthier. I'm
All
eating
right.
a lot better,
All
detoxified,
Yes.
exercising and all that.
Yes.
But I'm inspired to have an even healthier body, a better feeling body.
Go ahead.
And yes. And,
What's stopping you?
And I've changed my belief systems, keep on
Yes.
changing and changing my diet and exercise and all that stuff.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you could help me figure out, I feel like I have like a little blind spot there. And this is where I'm trying to figure out with the whole different levels how to see how I can negotiate with my higher
All
self
right,
to
but
see how I
don't
can.
try so hard. You do also need to throw a little relaxation in there and not push yourself to be more spiritual. Sometimes just relaxing into physical reality can be the most spiritual thing you can do.
Okay. The thing is that, unfortunately, sometimes, for example,
I beg
have
your pardon.
Yes, sir?
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry. Fortunately, I'm experiencing certain limitations in the form of
Such
toxicities
as?
to bread and to milk and things like that. So sometimes I
Yes.
get sick and it hurts.
Yes.
So when I'm hurting, I can't really like.
is this the
say-
old joke? Doctor, it hurts when I do this. Then don't do that.
So consciously, I know it's my belief systems. I'm creating
But
my
then
reality.
why eat those things?
No, I don't eat them anymore. But
Well, then they're not bothering you, are they? Problem solved.
The thing is that it seems like sometimes, for example, if I eat something that's not good for me, or that
Why do you eat something that you know is not compatible with your preferred vibration? That's the
let me
question.
rephrase. I eat something that I didn't know was bad for me, and it makes me sick.
Then it tells you it's not compatible with the vibration you're at that particular moment, and you can decide in that moment how you want to handle it, whether by not eating it again, or by changing something about yourself that would allow you to, or simply recognizing it was there to guide you in the way that you're actually asking to be guided. You're asking to have your energy refined. Those food items might be helping you do that. Because again, remember that the way many of you are brought up, it's sometimes simply easier, based on your mentality, to find out who it is you are by first finding out more clearly who it is you are not.
You're not.
So once you've eliminated what you are not, you're left with what you truly are. And that may be simply the way you're going about guiding yourself. Because many times for many of you, again, based on your belief systems, you seem to have an easier time knowing what you don't prefer than what you do. So therefore, if what you don't prefer will provide you with a clearer definition, that's the way you'll go about it because your belief system is attached to it that way. It's easier for me to understand where I need to go when I find things that I don't prefer. That may be the way you have assigned definitions to this process. You don't have to do it that way, but that may be what you're doing.
Okay. And talking about the belief system that leads to that physical reaction,
Yes.
I've done the Enneagrammatic circuit, and I've done trying to figure out or actually, excuse me, I said try, and I shouldn't. I know you don't like that.
You don't have to say shouldn't either.
Whoops. Okay, so I've been practicing a great deal of techniques to change the beliefs and all that.
Yes.
And regarding
Again,
my body,
maybe you
I feel like
shouldn't
I've
be trying so hard, to use your word of shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't be trying so hard.
wasn't aware that I was doing that. Okay.
Well, in a sense, your energy feels like you are desperate to be more spiritual, which is kind of a contradiction in terms.
More spiritual?
Well, what do you equate to the idea of being more aligned with your true vibration?
Joy.
Yes, and isn't that, in your definition, a spiritual state?
Yeah, but I feel I'm spiritual right now. I'm a
All right,
physical
very good.
expression and I'm a
Very
spirit and
good.
physical expression.
Then if you are spiritual right now, why do you need to do any of these things?
No, this is just so that my body can feel better. That's
Yes.
all.
Well,
Yes, I mean, spiritually I feel great.
All
Mentally I
right.
feel great. I just want my body to feel better. So I
how does it feel right now?
It's a bit of a struggle, actually.
Because
Because it doesn't feel 100%.
Because
I can feel the pressure, the tension inside of my body.
and where does that come from?
I guess my diet, but
Maybe, maybe not. Are you putting other kinds
why.
of pressures on yourself?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, then where does it come from?
That's where I have a blind spot. That's why I'm here asking you the question. So maybe you can help me figure out what it is. If you can probe with a couple
Maybe it
questions.
isn't really there. Maybe you just believe that there's pressure and there actually isn't.
No, that's the expression in the body is the sense of pressure.
I
And I have to
understand.
relax in my way in order to be able to be okay within it. But
When
I
you
wanna
are
feel light.
feeling the sense of pressure,
Uh-huh.
what kind of thoughts go through your head?
It's just there all the time.
What kind of thoughts go through your head? I thought you said there were times when it wasn't there.
No, it's there all the time.
Constantly.
Except when I'm awake, when I'm sleeping, I guess.
Well, then why don't you sleep some more?
I sleep, I meditate, I laugh, I play music, I paint, I do whatever makes me happy.
And it's always there?
Pretty much 99% of the
Is
time.
it truly uncomfortable?
It is uncomfortable.
In what way, specifically?
I feel kind of, the way that I could describe it is like my blood is boiling most of the time.
Blood is boiling.
Yes.
Are you angry about something?
No,
Are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
And maybe it's just creative pressure.
Well, you have a point there because I'm always creating, I'm always excited about creating stuff in my head. And
Yes.
physically and writing. And
Are you pushing yourself too hard?
I guess that'll be yes.
Well, why?
Because I love it. I love
Oh,
the
no, 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 no,
experience.
no, no. One moment. One moment. Watch out for contradictions in your definitions. If you're doing something you love to do, why would you need to push yourself? Define push in this context.
Push, push, push. I think you actually came up with that one, not me. Well, I guess if I push myself is that I all the time I'm learning, I'm applying,
Yes.
practicing. I would say most of the day.
All
so-
right, but you say you love to express yourself creatively.
Yes.
Then why did you frame it that you're pushing yourself? Why isn't this more of a relaxing endeavor? Why do you need to push?
I guess I've always done it that way. I haven't known a different way of doing it.
Why don't you attempt a different way and see if that relaxes the pressure in you?
Could you give a suggestion of what I could do?
Well, give us an example of the idea of something creative you love to do and explain the way you are already doing it.
Okay. I guess what the most creative thing that I do is
The most creative?
the most creative from my perspective
Yes.
is coming up with diagrams to show how consciousness is structured in order to teach other people.
All right.
And that's fun.
That's fun. Do
Yeah.
you feel the pressure when you're doing it?
I do because I'm trying to figure it out.
I beg your pardon,
Excuse me.
but you may have hit on something there.
Okay.
So here's our suggestion, and it goes hand in hand with the overall formula of excitement, but in a more collapsed formulaic way, specifically for you as an equation.
Okay.
All right? Do the diagrams because you love them. Do not try to figure them out. Just do them because you love to do them. Do not try to figure them out. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
Or will that drive you insane?
No. I can do that.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, and actually, if I can do 10 of those and experience the wonderful change that gives me, then it'd be easier to continue doing it that way,
Interesting number. Why did you choose 10?
arbitrarily.
Really? Nothing is arbitrary.
I guess I got to do 10 then.
All right. Do 10 that way. Let's see what happens.
Okay. And this is perfect because it's the segue to the next question, which is, you mentioned that we should have zero expectations. So in this case, for example, I'm going to do that, and I have the expectation of feeling good. So
We
that
have it in the
expectation's
sense
bad?
of insistence. What we say, don't have expectations, we mean don't insist on a specific outcome. Let the outcome be what it needs to be, knowing it will be what it needs to be.
Okay.
And I will add this suggestion. If the pressure for some reason doesn't change, then understand you're getting something from it. You're learning something from it. Did you hear us recently tell the story of the butterfly?
No.
It is one of your Earth stories. There is a butterfly, in a sense, encased in its cocoon, having just recently transformed from a caterpillar into a butterfly. A person comes along and sees the butterfly struggling to get out of the cocoon and thinks, I will help the butterfly. And it opens the cocoon, and the butterfly comes out prematurely, and it just sits there, and just sits there, and just sits there. What's the matter? Said the person. The butterfly said, I needed the pressure to push my wings against the cocoon, because the pressure of pushing against the cocoon drives the fluid into my wings that will allow them to mature. And now I will never fly, because you thought you were helping me by making things easier. Maybe the pressure works for you.
So I have to redefine it as such.
As we say often, if at first you don't succeed, redefine success.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
My last question, very quick. About 5 years ago, I saw this object in the sky, a beautiful, shiny, humongous, I guess I could call it a ship. And I saw it for 20 minutes in broad daylight, nobody else saw it around me. What the heck is up with that?
There is an airplane leaving an airport now very near to you. Can you tell me where are they going and who's on it?
No.
Why do you assume I know everything that's going on with every extraterrestrial spaceship?
Well, I don't know if it's extraterrestrial, but I thought maybe it has some sort of significance for me.
Of course it does.
Would you please tell me?
No.
Why not?
It is not our job to.
Okay. So-
Otherwise we would.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bashar. It's been an honor.
Thank you. For us as well. Nania, what is your time frame? What is your time frame?
In terms of how much time is remaining?
What is the time?
4:18.
Thank you.
Hello,
Continue. Good day.
Bashar. In 2007, I came out to have a private session with you, and on the way out, I had the inspiration to talk to you about building a landing pad.
Yes.
Was that inspiration from a parallel version of me?
Yes, of course, because it's always a parallel version of you since you shift billions of times per second.
Okay. We did build the landing pad,
Yes.
and then in 2008, there were 7 different ships flying over Angel Valley.
All right.
Was a parallel me flying one of those.
Yes.
In July of 2011,
One moment. Go ahead.
July 2011, my daughter-in-law saw a spaceship outside her bedroom window,
Yes.
and we have since put that in the on top of the Labyrinth postcard. Was I the one piloting that ship?
She was.
Her future, her parallel self.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you.
All right.
Anything else you can add that I can share with her?
No.
Okay. Where do you stand currently on the school?
I am not standing. I am in a state of repose on my
Okay.
ship.
From your perspective,
Yes.
some time ago you talked about the Bashar school that you were talking about creating on planet
We
Earth.
will talk about that at another time.
Okay.
It is, in your terms, premature.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.